They have a lot of different forms of public transportation. And it's really efficient too. They have buses, trolley buses. They have shuttles, taxis, trains, and then what's called an elektrichka, which is quasi-train slash trolley type of thing. But like I said, very efficient. You could get anywhere in the city that you wanted to using public transportation, which is why missionaries actually don't, there's no biking in our areas, and there's no cars in any of our areas, because it's so easy and cheap to get around just using public transportation. The taxi is just called a taxi in Russian. The shuttles are actually referred to as marshrutka, and it can fit anywhere from 12 to 15 people or so inside of it. A bus is called a trolleybus or an avtobus, and that could be getting you from one city to the next if it's only 2 to 5 hours away. Also, trolleybus is just a trolley bus, which they have these big cable lines that run down the main parts of the city, and they're just powered electronically. Using electricity, and they can get a lot of areas close to downtown. Then there's an elektrichka, which is like a train, but not exactly. You're sitting upright in it, and it can be for 1 to 6 hour transportation rides to different cities. And then there's poised, which is a train, and that can be sitting up, but it's usually coupes, which are just little rooms that you're inside of the train, and they have little bunks that you lay in, and that would be for rides that you needed to take to get to different areas that were usually 6 to 8 or above in terms of hours to get from one place to the next. I remember the longest traveling time a missionary had to do was from Ufa to Surgut, and those are like 2 different corners of the mission, and it was about an 18-hour train ride from Ufa to Yekaterinburg, which is the center of our mission, and then a 24-hour train ride from Yekaterinburg to Surgut, which is up in the Siberian zone of our mission. So a missionary could spend a good 2 days just traveling on a train to get from one area to the next, if that's where they were called. For the most part, getting from city to city, we used trains and buses. However, sometimes you'd have to fly to different areas, and the mission president will fly if they need to different zone conferences if that's going to be the fastest, most cost-effective way to do it.